Hi Virgo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your September mid-month tarot check. This is for all Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I just want to thank all of you who have been watching the readings and definitely for hitting that like button. It's doing something to the YouTube algorithm so that YouTube will show the readings to more Virgos or more people who are searching for Virgo readings. So thanks a lot for that. And I hope you are all enjoying your season. If you're listening to this on your birthday, happy birthday to you, or it's been recently, happy birthday. And I also too want to thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. And if you're new here, I'd love to invite you to join us and become a subscriber. I post new readings every Friday, and then typically again on Monday or Tuesday, so twice a week. So let's begin and get the guidance, please, for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Virgo. Highest good of all concerned. All right, here we go. Yeah, I can really tell it's Virgo season. I cleaned out and donated, bags and bags of stuff. So thanks for sharing that. I actually have a Virgo moon, so I don't know if that's part of it, but and I have a cousin that is a Virgo and turned 50 this week. So happy birthday to her. So your current situation, you've got the Four of Wands. The immediate influence, you have the Page of Swords. Your destiny here, you have the Six of Swords. You've got the Six of Wands in the distant past, the Five of Pentacles in the more recent past. You've got the Nine of Wands coming towards you. You're represented by the Six of Cups. The person or situation around you is the Nine of Pentacles. Hopes and fears is the King of Swords. The outcome, you've got the Star. And the bottom two here, this is interesting. You have the World and the Eight of Pentacles here. So really beautiful reading for you. You have here, you've got Aquarius. You've got certainly air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You've got Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, water. Sometimes I'll call that cups. I apologize if I do. You have water, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, and fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, I get a couple of things. If you're separated from somebody, they're definitely keeping tabs on you. No doubt about that. Even if they act like they're not, they are. Or if they act like they don't want to get back together, or it's been a long time since you've talked to them, they're definitely thinking about it, okay? And I actually think they've been rather busy with work and with getting money. And so I do almost feel like they've been wanting to get money in order to impress you. So if it was somebody you were with and there was a financial reason why, like you thought about money all the time, or there was just something about money here, it comes in loud and clear, that it just feels like there was a separation over money. Or if you've even had a falling out with somebody and it was about money too, I do feel like you're going to be getting, there's healing energy here, and you may actually even get money back from somebody if somebody owes you something. Because I do feel like this has been a minute and it's not a good situation. So even if it's not love, but you're just saying, yeah, I loaned a relative, like I get $2,000 and they never paid it back, and it's got, caused problems. I definitely see that. But the Four of Wands is about manifesting in the material world, okay? It's 3D manifestations. It's also a marriage card. So for some of you too, if you're attracting a new partner, might be somebody who works in technology or something like that, or they're in social media. It's somebody who, though, unless they're just really good at it, that could also be where you go, well, they're not really they don't really work there, but they're like the person that has all the monitors for their video games, or they love the latest, greatest phones, and they just have a thing with that. But I do feel like, again, you've got communication represented here several times as well. So be aware of that, because especially if you've been carrying a burden for a while, I definitely feel like you are going to have some kind of communication that really brings in healing energy. But either way, you're manifesting money and you're manifesting some kind of a relationship here. So with this destiny, the Six of Swords, it's interesting because some of the books that I used to read a long time ago, and I want to say even the little pamphlet that comes with this deck, I might be wrong about that, but there's a little thing that comes inside. And I want to say when it says, if you get the Six of Swords, aren't you lucky? But there's actually a lot of different meanings to this card, so I'm not sure I'd be so quick to jump to that. But however, since it came into my head, I'm going to say in the destiny position, they're saying, aren't you lucky? Because I rarely think of that when I'm reading this. This can definitely be about travel, okay? But it's also, so some of you may have a life that's full of travel because you have it with the world too. You have it a couple of times here where there's money and travel indicated. But I'd also say sort of a little bit more broader than that. It is really about, having kind of this calm in your life, and having good people around you, like reliable people around you, people you can talk to. And it's also about self development. Okay, so be aware of that. That's your destiny, the self development. So, some of you, if you're some kind of counselor or some kind of a coach in some way, whether it's life coach or even financial stuff, you've got some kind of capacity where you're good at advising too. So not only do you have strong people around you, but you also may be, good at doing things like giving direction, advice, guidance in terms of a work capacity. So in the distant past here, you've got this Six of Wands here, and this is definitely about gaining recognition. But I do feel like for some of you, if it was in a relationship that fizzled out, it certainly could have been like came on fast and then kind of was more on the ego level, where this person was very proud to be seen with you, but there may have been either too much competition, I get, for somebody, like you were having a lot of success and it was sort of threatening to them. I don't know. But I just had that come in. So either way though, it's definitely, this is a good car and career too. So for some of you, you may have experienced some imbalance where you felt like, yeah, my career really took off, but the relationship hit the skids. Or vice versa, where you say, I have a stable relationship, but I ended up losing my job in the pandemic. And, I'm struggling now. So, because in the more recent past, you have the Five of Pentacles, and this is a change, but it's also really, it's a card about, it can be about being left out in the cold. It really is about separating from a larger group, but still maintaining some resources. So you still have some people, like I said, it's can be about losing a job but still having your family or still having your health. Although the one on crutches, this can also be an indication too of having some problems with health. So in the more recent past, especially with the Nine of Wands presenting itself here, I do get that for somebody. If you've had some health challenges, you do have healing on the way. But I do see that twice now when I look at this, that some of you might have had something with health, or even on a less maybe serious note where it's not a medical condition, but it's just been not taking care of yourself, like not working out during the quarantine, not getting out much, being inside so much that it was really not good for your mental health either. Because then with this Nine of Wands showing up, he's got a psychic wound here, all right? But for some of you too, you don't have the Strength card here, but that would have been nice to see. It really is about having a conquering spirit. You've been through a lot, but you don't give up. And I do feel like in love too, you may have somebody coming towards you who also does not give up. They may have been distant for a while, I mentioned that, or with even a new person too, they will make it a priority. But either way, I feel like it's really this sort of not just throwing in the towel at the smallest of things and wanting to work things out, wanting to find a solution, and wanting to be together. I think in this case, I look at this and it's like a feeling of being tired of being alone, not wanting that anymore, wanting to be with people, wanting to be together. So you're represented here by the Six of Cups, and this is a nostalgic energy. It's can certainly be a reunion card, a reconciliation card with somebody from your past, and wanting to communicate with that person, and getting communication, because you do have it a few times here. You will be getting communication, but it's a soulmate energy. But it's like you have a lot of good memories with this person too. Now, for some of you, if it's not an actual person, it can also be about just having good memories of the past, of a situation maybe pre-pandemic where you felt like, things were really getting on track, especially with the Six of Wands here. And then the shit hit the fan, and then, now I'm in this recovery phase. How do I get that energy back? Well, it's all within you. The universe is within you. God is within. If you use the word God, I'm not trying to go religious here, but it's that internal voice, that your own ability really to imagine and see things as that God within you. So it with this card too, all the yellow, they're telling you you're getting gifts from the universe. You're connecting with source energy to bring things towards you that will be really to your liking, because you've got the person or situation that you're dealing with. Certainly those of you that are not interested in love, this situation is abundance. It's prosperous, it's prosperity. It's really, she's the single lady card, but she's not desperate to find somebody. Okay. It doesn't bother her, but she kind of does what she wants. She has money to do it. You've got a lot of growth around you. You've got a situation that's flourishing, is basically what they're telling you. So even in love too, this can certainly be something that's blossoming and blooming and turning into something good, especially because you've got a lot of yellow here. And I'm actually going to pull this too, because again, I mentioned this, when you have a lot of yellow in cards, those are gifts coming in. The warmth of those cards is meaningful. And so you're entering a time that's it just feels very harmonious. Now, for some of you too, you may get some kind of a gift for your birthday with this Nine of Pentacles, because this is definitely material stuff. It could be somebody gives you a gift card to a spa, or something like that, or it's not just a spa, but like a place that does hair and nails and all that stuff. So anyway, it does feel like some kind of a gift, a material gift, is going to be coming towards you, and that certainly would make sense in your season. And then you have the King of Swords. All right, you're wanting communication on some things and wanting clarity on some things, and you will get it. There's wanting to clear some things up. And I mentioned before, if you had somebody who borrowed money or took money, that I also feel like is going to be resolved here. And the King of Swords is a right fighter. It's wanting to do things, but do them in the right way. Okay, not cut corners. It's not some Seven of Swords. It really is about shoring things up and cleaning things up so that you're not left with indecision and sort of this thing hanging out there that's unresolved. So here's your resolution, really, to anything that you're asking about, whether it's a job, whether it's a person, or whether, like I said, even if it's like a family member or friend. So you have here a couple of things we'll talk about. You've got the Star here, and this is wish fulfillment. It's a great card in the outcome position, because it's really about, first of all, it's about self-acceptance. And you do have, whenever you see these unclothed characters, it really is telling you there's full acceptance of a situation, but it's like this rejuvenation and rebirth. It really is beautiful energy, very mature energy too. So things are well developed here. There's freedom here and a new happiness. And it's really about letting go of anything that is hurtful to you, anything that you still carry with you that wounds you. The Star card too is about pouring out feelings. So I mentioned with the King of Swords coming in, there's communication coming in, but I think somebody's going to have a heart-to-heart talk. The reconciliation people, there's definitely, it's definitely indicated that it's time to really talk and You know, get things out there, get the emotions out there, but there's love here. And too, I mean, I mentioned before, there's certainly material gains coming in too. So really the star is about wish fulfillment. It's about rejuvenation, renewal. And it's a beautiful healing energy. I mean, you really do. I didn't mention much about the Eight of Pentacles, but this also is about focusing and, um, you know, again, making gains. You've got cards of gains with these three together, the star, the Eight of Pentacles, and the World. It's truly a time for you of prosperity and moving forward. And again, there's solid money here. So in a relationship too, when you have that Eight of Pentacles, it's two people that are willing to focus on it and make it a priority, okay? It's not some kind of a backseat when it's convenient kind of relationship. So very nice reading. I really love to see the star. I don't think I've seen that in a long time in the outcome position on anybody's reading. So what a gift to you. And let's see what the angels have to say here. And get a timeline, please, for Virgo. The timeline for Virgo, please. And yes, no. Whoa. Okay. It's up to you, all right? So, again, I do feel there's a conversation and communication that will happen. And, you know, it really is up to you anyway, because you create your own reality. You get what you expect. And so when people show up in our lives and they're still dishonest, or there's still some part of them that we don't trust, it's because we believe that about them. Until we change that, and quite frankly, I think I was at my best in manifesting when it was new to me, because I didn't have any limiting beliefs. Things just started to happen and it was really exciting. And I was like, wow, this really works. And the more I did it and the more I think got too caught up in stuff that, you know, deciding outcomes on people, that's when I started to run into problems. But, you know, big happy changes. Haven't had this one in a long time either. Especially with the star in the World here. This is major. I mean, these are major changes that bring in harmony, good health, prosperity in every single avenue. It's really a beautiful card to have. And especially if you are a reconciliation person, you want to see that. Ask your angels. So one of the best ways to do that, I've seen it on a few different websites, is through the tarot. So you can ask your angels and look for signs. You can keep watching tarot. I just wouldn't go, you know, sometimes people watch so many readings that it becomes just trying to get the answer that they like. You got in the near future, okay? And, okay, so unlikely, and I had a feeling this card would come out. What they're trying to tell you is there's some part of this, some part of even what you're focusing on, or that's making the end result unlikely in some regard. So it may be more about opening up to the universe and allowing the universe to take care of the details, and just focusing on the why you want something and not the how. So the how is all about the universe. That's their business, and the why is ours. That's really what we focus on to bring things in. So there also too may be something better, that the way that you are doing it right now is creating some kind of a block. That's also possible. So if you know that you still have some resentment or anger, or you keep having things happen that it's like, you know, I just keep having different mini problems that come up, then that's an indication too that there's something caught in your vibration that's recreating that. But it doesn't mean you throw the baby out with the bathwater. It just means you need to adjust something a little bit, pivot, reach for better feeling thoughts on a more regular basis. And the next thing you know, you've got that star energy. So great things shall come to pass for you, Virgo. I love you so much, and I'll be back again soon.